This might be the most successful tool to identify and manage your emotions. And why would it even matter? Because not only can it help you, but it can help your friends and family too. My name is Shannon. I'm the executive director of Trauma Education Company, and I'm so excited to share one of my favorite tools with you guys today. So here's the thing when it comes to understanding emotions and trauma and what's going on, is it's going to be different for every person. It's completely subjective. So what works for one person might not work for you. So the very first thing that you want to do is check in with your own body when something's coming up, whether it's an emotion or an idea or thought, something that's so abstract you can't really put your finger on it. The mind thinks in analogies and metaphors. So if you are having an emotion and you're not sure what you're feeling, check in with your body. Where is it in your body? Where is it around your body? If you could see it, what would it look like? When it comes to physical pain, where is it on your body? If you could see that physical pain, what would it look like? I was working with a woman who was having severe wrist pain, and she was trying to describe what it felt like. And I said, if you could see it, what would it look like? And she said, it looks like a leech that's wrapped around my wrist, and it's got fangs, teeth embedded in my wrist. That right there is a really powerful tool to really see what her pain is feeling like. So now we're taking something completely abstract, we're putting a name to it, we're putting a shape to it, and we can see that it's wrapped around and its teeth are in. So this is really wonderful to be able to work with, because now we can look at this leech and we can say, okay, what do we need to do to get rid of it? If this is a leech, do we need to unwind it? Do we need to put salt on it? What is it that you need in order to get rid of this abstract thing that's going on for you? Sometimes it might be, if it's an emotion that feels bad to you, you might need an invisible vacuum cleaner sent from heaven to suck that emotion out of you. It might be, if it's the teeth, you might need some kind of teeth removing tool. It doesn't matter. You get to make it up because it's something that's going on inside of you. So it doesn't have to make sense to anybody else. Just ask yourself, what do I need in this moment to get rid of this thing, to move past this thing, to make sense of this thing? And whatever idea comes to your mind is the right idea. It is the right tool. So whether it's acid rain or an invisible vacuum that's coming down from heaven, if it's an angel pulling it out for you, or God, or whatever your belief system is that supports you being able to unwrap this thing, pull this thing out, remove this thing from you, use it, and then just sit with it. Allow yourself to sit with this thing. So let's just go with the invisible vacuum. I don't know why I'm loving that one right now. So if this invisible vacuum is pulling out this bad energy, this bad thought, this bad emotion, this physical pain, sit with it and allow yourself to really feel it leaving your body, leaving your presence, and wait until it's gone. On a scale of 1 to 10, how intense is it? If it's at a 10, wait till it gets down to a 9, an 8, 7. See if you can get it all the way down to at least 1, 2, or even a 0 would be amazing. So now you've allowed yourself to sit in this space. You've allowed yourself to identify what's going on. You've given it a name or an emotion or some kind of feeling. You've allowed yourself to take that time to have it removed. And now here is the most important part. What do you want to fill in its place? Just like a cup that you've dumped out of this negative thing, this bad thing, you've dumped it out. Now there's a void that's waiting to be filled. And you get to fill it. And you get to fill it with anything you want. Again, all of our healing is subjective. So what do you want to put in this place? If it was something wrapped around your wrist, what would you like there instead? It might be golden bracelets or pink bracelets of love, or it might be a balloon. It might be a boxing glove. Maybe somebody is in your space and you're feeling like you need some protection. You want to put a boxing glove on that arm. Or if it's an emotion that was taking up space in your body or in your energy field, what do you want to have in that place? What color do you want it to be? What kind of texture do you want it to have? And most importantly, how do you want it to feel? Do you want it to feel powerful, something that gives you that extra boost of confidence? Do you want to feel loved? Do you want to feel peaceful? Do you want to be able to take a deep breath and just be. What does it look like? What does it sound like? Maybe there's sound of musical instruments. Maybe there's the sound of the ocean. What do you want it to smell like? Maybe ocean, you want it to smell like that salt air, that cleansing salt air. Maybe it's a perfume of a loved one that's passed away, of someone that makes you feel like they're right there with you. You get to choose what is going to make sense for you. Recently, I was going through a huge life transformation, and I was feeling something, and I didn't know what it was. And so I had to really look inside, and it did not feel good. When I sat with myself, I could feel this. It felt like a square right in my solar plexus, right in my abdomen. And inside that square, when I really looked at it, it was like oatmeal. Okay, so oatmeal doesn't make sense. Obviously, oatmeal is not bothering me. I don't know why oatmeal showed up, but it did. And so I went with it. I'm like, okay, I've got this feeling of oatmeal. It's right in my solar plexus. It feels sluggish. It feels gooey. It feels thick, and something I don't want. It didn't feel good. And it even felt like it was choking me a little bit. Like I couldn't say what I needed to say, and I couldn't be heard in a way that I wanted to be heard. And so as I was sitting with that and really allowing myself to feel what this was, and to continue to ask myself the question of, what is this? What can I understand right now? What can I learn right now? I figured out, it occurred to me, it dawned on me, my own inner wisdom let me know that I was so concerned about what other people were thinking about me and about my new life direction, my new transformation, that it was actually holding me back in my power center of my very being. I was letting the thoughts of other people's judgments hold me down in this sticky, gooey situation that I couldn't get out of. So what do? I ask myself, what do I need to get rid of it, to heal it, to clear it, to allow it to move on so that I could get back to being me? So I allowed myself to just sit in the discomfort. For me, I love water. I love the idea of rain, of magical healing rain. I imagine that the rain has little bits of glistening blue and glistening gold. So I allowed it to just wash over my body, wash out all of that oatmeal, that stickiness, that need to know what other people were saying or what they were thinking, needing to know their judgments so that I could fight back, so that I could say, but that's not the important thing. The important thing is for me to be me and allow myself to wash through this. So allowing myself to sit through all of that, wash through my body, now I get to ask myself, what do I want to take its place? In this very center of my being, how do I want to feel moving forward with this new life path? So I get to choose. For me, it's about being able to be heard and understood. Because here I am doing this whole new life direction. Nobody's understanding. They're having their judgments. So for me, what does it feel like to be understood? For me to be able to speak my words and have other people hear it, for them to not have to argue with me, to not have to fight back. So in this particular case, what I imagined was when I spoke, people smiled and nodded their head. It doesn't mean they actually have to do it, but that was the feeling that I wanted to have in that place in my body. So just sitting in that space of what would that feel like if people were like, yeah, I get that. Yeah, that makes sense. That's the feeling that I was going for. And from that place, it didn't matter anymore what other people thought. It didn't matter what their judgment was because I was me. So I invite you to try this for yourself. And if you like this video, check out my next video, How to Overcome Stress and Depression in Life.